Oh my god, guys, the internet is a friggin' trip, am I right? It is wild. When you put yourself out there, you are opening yourself up to trolls and online bullying. And that's what I want to talk about with you today. I think it's such an important topic and I don't see too many videos about this, and I just want to dive in. I want to share with you my recent experience, what I'm concerned about, some advice that was given to me, and what we can do about internet trolls. I posted a YouTube short a couple of days ago. And so if you don't see my YouTube shorts, I leave paper cranes around the community with little messages of hope and healing. It's just something that I do for fun. I've done it for about 6 years and I just film a little short and put it up. So I put up this short and I had an internet troll leave me a comment. So cool, all right, fine. Honestly, the way I responded, I can be a bit of a smart aleck. When somebody wants to troll me in that way, I can kind of try and take that like joking, I don't care what you think approach. And after some reflection, I don't think that is the best approach. But I just want to talk about the issues of the internet and with trolling and how I'm concerned about those who do have mental health issues. In Australia, as a child, we used to hear the saying,
"Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me."
Now, we all know in 2023 that is absolute
BS.
because words do hurt. Now, I'm lucky, well, I've done the work and the skills as a therapist of looking after my mental health, having self-care, having the support around me when things like that happen. Luckily for me, when this person trolled me, 10 minutes later, I had my group supervision. So group supervision is a place for counsellors to connect, and there's a supervisor who runs the group, and we talk about clients' issues, counselling, things in our personal life that could affect our counselling, and it's a bit of accountability and learning. So I shared with the group what had just happened, and I received some really good advice, which I will share with you. I just get worried about all of those young people on the internet who do TikTok videos, who are on YouTube, Instagram, who do put themselves out there in that way, and then they get all of this hate comments and responses from people who, in my opinion, are just really sad people. It worries me because we've heard stories before, we've seen it with celebrities who have ended up taking their own life because of these messages. And I just feel like we are not talking about this enough. No one talks about it. Everybody is just like, just ignore them. But as an INFJ, as an introvert, as a person who's empathetic, I don't understand why people do that. And the person that wrote this trolling comment, in their username, they had the word empathetic. And I just don't understand how somebody who can say that they're an empathetic person can then write a negative comment in that way. I just think if you don't like something, just scroll by, skip it, don't say anything. As I said, I was talking about it in my group supervision, and I just wanted to share a couple of things that some of the other counsellors said to me. So the first thing was somebody reminded me of the Brené Brown quote.
"If you're not in the arena also getting your ass kicked, I'm not interested in your feedback."
That was a reminder to me that this person and these trolls, these people, they're not putting themselves out there like this on the internet. And I think that sometimes people think that because we're putting ourselves out this, that they have permission to treat somebody poorly. But forgetting the human factor, that behind this screen, we are humans. I had to really have that self-talk that unless you're doing this, unless you're putting yourself out there in this vulnerable way, I'm not gonna listen to that feedback. Okay, I'm open to constructive criticism, I'm open to feedback, but it needs to be done in a wise way by people who have gone before you. The other thing that I was told in my group supervision by a counsellor was that they once met a person, and not in a counselling way, by the way. They once met a person who admitted to having 10 computers set up in their home, and they would literally sit on their little computer chair, going from computer to computer, finding internet accounts on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, and writing trolling comments. It was their actual hobby. It was something that they got enjoyment and fun out of. They didn't know these people. They didn't even spend the time to know what their account was about, and they would go around just writing comments and getting kicks out of that. That was a good reminder for me that I guess, like, we all know that there are some people who do have deep issues and hurts. For some reason, this is how it helps them to feel better, and it really sucks. It sucks so much. I don't think it should happen, but it always helps me to understand the motivation of somebody behind their actions, which brings me to this point about having compassion for trolls and having compassion for internet bullies. I just always wonder, like, what happened in their life for them to be like this? Like, what happened? What is going on in their life? How sad must their life be? And that breaks my heart to think that someone could be that sad to take the time out to harass people online. Again, I don't think it gives them permission to do that, and I am so concerned about our young people. I'm so concerned about what they do. Like, I know for me that being online, I've had to really learn healthy and strong boundaries about what I'm willing to share with you, what parts of my life I'm willing to open up, and I'll never show you my children. That is my boundary, and when I have big stuff going on, I won't share it here. I will take it to my supervisor or a counsellor or a friend. Anyways, I did some research on what you should do about internet trolls, and from what I read, I did not respond the best way. So according to the research that I found, we should just be ignoring them. The best way to deal with trolls is to ignore them, to not give them the attention that they crave. The problem I find with that is I once did that. I once ignored a troll, and then it escalated to them leaving a negative review on my business. So I do get a bit hesitant about ignoring somebody, but it does make sense. Like, they're wanting this attention. They want to get a reaction out of you. That's what they're craving. They want to engage with you in that back and forth way, which is what I did. So oops, and we should ignore them. Another thing we can do is to report them. So, you know, on Instagram, you can report people and block them. I'm pretty sure you can on YouTube too. I've never tried. Yeah, it's always best to report them. You can block them. If they're constantly harassing you, you can block them, which will then prevent them from seeing any more of your posts and messaging you or leaving a comment. And again, not engaging with them. Engaging with a troll only gives them more power over you. And so we want to not feed into their negativity, which again, oops, I did that. And we need to remember that trolls are seeking attention, and they're trying to get that reaction out of you. By ignoring them and reporting their behavior, you can take away their power and protect yourself from their negative influence. The issue I do see with that though is I think that definitely works with people who have a smaller audience, such as myself, but when people go viral, I remember watching a YouTuber, her name's Kelsey, and she went quickly from like 1,000 subscribers to over 150,000 subscribers, like that, like overnight. She just started receiving all of these hate comments who were talking about the way she looked or the way she spoke, or just really like picking on her, and I just felt so bad for her. She's in her early 20s, and I think people who are in their early 20s haven't yet learnt the resilience to block out that negativity. You're still learning who you are, so getting comments like that can, I think, be quite hard for people in their 20s. I think now that I'm in my late 30s, it's a lot easier to not care because they don't know me, they know nothing about me. So for her, getting hundreds at once, that's really hard to block that amount all the time. And again, I just get so concerned about young people, and I think we need to have more conversations about trolls and what to do about them, and just be open about it, because I think the more we talk about it, the less power trolls have over us, and the more we can overcome some of that negative comments. If you have any ideas on how you or others can not allow trolls to affect you, I would love to have a conversation with you. Leave a comment, let's talk about it. Again, the more awareness there is, the more we talk about it, the less power they have. Okay, take care, bye.